Hey, what's going on everybody? ScottDogGaming here. Thank you very much for joining us. As you can see, we're about to start playing some Planet Coaster. Now this is a game I had my eyes on just after the alpha. Unfortunately I missed the alpha, and when I saw people making videos on it I was gutted because I knew it's the kind of game I was really going to enjoy. I bought the beta. Unfortunately I hadn't really got round to playing it, and I think either the full game is out now or out in the back end of the week. But it's one of those where not only is it a building sim, you can pretty much customize most things, which I'm really looking forward to. However, I've been watching some videos. Most people seem to be playing with unlimited money and being able to sort of build whatever they want. I'm planning on approaching it a slightly different way and treating it like a proper sim, but the end goal is to come up with a really unique theme park, and by that I mean, if I go to scenery now, if you haven't seen the game before you won't have seen these, but under each one you've got various themes. So you've got pirate, fairy tale, planet coaster, western and sci-fi. So I'm really hoping that I can build some sort of areas up to make them unique, I guess. So this is our theme park. I've just built this path. What I'd really like to do down here is have like a promenade of shops and various other things going on, but I guess what we're going to do is build some rides. We'll get some paths in first of all, and the first thing we're going to have is a sci-fi area. We're going to make this, you know what, let's have a big road coming off here. We'll keep it fairly straight, but then we'll have it kind of loop round this way. I think we'll leave it there for now, but then we're going to just sort of put some rides down here. Now I think rides are the best way to get people coming to the park. Obviously we've got £6,000 in the bank. What I can do is just so I'll try and sort of explain what I'm doing as I do it. If I press X on this, I can sort of fine-tune where I'm putting this. You can make it higher, you can make it lower, you can do all sorts of bits and pieces. And if I press X again, that gives me a better opportunity to rotate this. I'm going to kind of rotate this way, like so. So this is our first ride. This is the Insanity. I'm going to put it on test. I'm going to place an entrance down just here. I'm going to place an exit maybe just over here. Then I need to do a path. So we want to... What have we got? We've got a blue queue, or we've got this. I think I'm going to go with this, actually. So this is sort of a, I guess, a more sci-fi than this, maybe. Well, this look. Oh, yeah, this looks pretty cool, though. Let's go with this one. And then I'm going to have this sort of path loop round, because I like it when you go to a theme park and they kind of tell stories in the queue as you're walking round. So I think we'll have like a curved queue a little bit, actually. Then it will sort of loop in here. And then the same for the exit, I guess. So the exit can be slightly straighter. We need to get rid of some of this width. 4 meters, that's enough. In fact, we'll have the exit really rather straight coming down here. And there's our first ride. There it is. Look at it. It's the Insanity. If you guys can come up with a name for this, that would be great. You can put this in cinematic mode. You can sort of ride the rides as you go. So we're going to do some of that as we move on. But what I was saying about the scenery and stuff is that, bearing in mind this is a sci-fi area, if I go to custom down here and choose sci-fi, we've then got these sorts of things that we can kind of pop down and really set some of the scene. So right down the bottom here we've got like animatronic aliens that we can kind of place down, and they'll be shooting and stuff. You know, we can get this one typing. You know, there's all sorts of stuff that we can do with these. So that's kind of the plan as we go. But the most important thing at this moment in time is making some cash. So we're going to have another ride. And I'm going to try and choose the rides that are just going to choose the rides that are sci-fi based. So we went with the Insanity. The Cube is one that definitely looks sci-fi. And we're going to kind of rotate this round a little bit again. Maybe have this here like so. Don't want it too close to where we built the other one. So I think there looks good. We're going to have a same setup. We're going to have an entrance over here. We're going to have a exit over here. We're going to connect our path up. This one doesn't have to be as... Make the length a little longer. There we go. One doesn't have to be as curvy as the other one. And then we'll have one of these sort of coming down. So, okay, so there's 2 rides right side by side. We've got about £1,000 left, which isn't a lot. Maybe we'll just get a couple of shops in here. So what we have with shops is we have like these pre-made shops down here, which is pretty cool. So we've got like village shops, we've got sci-fi chili beef that we can sort of put down, that sort of stuff, or chief beef even. So we can kind of do that, but if I get a custom, we've got those same items in their own format. So if I start plopping down some of these, and I'm going to put them right next to the road. Cosmic Cow, and one of those, and one of those. And then the opposite side of the road, we're going to have, if I press Z, that rotates. We're going to have a hot dog shop. Oh, that didn't get put down. Why not? Interestingly, it won't let me put them down on the snap to grid over here. So what have we got? We've got a beef, cow, gulpy, and hats. We want first aid. How do I turn off? Can I move these? Why? I don't get it. Why change these? Do I not change these? Okay, well I'm going to come back to these because actually, you know what? I think 4 shops is probably enough. Let's press play. And what I really love about these is that, bearing in mind, these are just like the base units for the shops. If I go into this, no, where am I? If I go into building and then to custom and choose walls, bearing in mind we're talking about having this as sort of a promenade type thing, we could maybe go into here. And we can place these things down. Okay? And then we could have a normal wall in the middle here. And then we could have another one of these the other side. And you end up building like this building around it. So then you can't see these shop fronts. They're just in the actual building. So I'm really looking forward to seeing what we can do with some of these. And what I'll probably do is do some sort of time lapses in it just to get it going. So I need to... That's being tested, so I can turn that one on. This one I think I need to test. I don't know if I need to test these or not. The other thing I need to do, and we haven't got a great deal of money, is just go to Park Management and then to Staff and hire one of these and these. And lastly, I think what I'm going to do is come here and just go and type bin. Am I not in the right place? Custom. There we go. Bin. Okay. We've got some sci-fi bins that we can put down here, which I think I will. There. Same on both sides. No. So why can I not? Maybe it is. One there. And then we'll put some just by the exits of these as well, because some people tend to throw their guts up after they've been on these rides. Which is probably fair enough. Okay, so this one open, this one over here I'm guessing we can open as well. I'll probably just put the prices up on these. So we'll put this one up to £8.50 or $8.50. And then this one up to $12. There we go. Okay. So hopefully people are going to start coming to the shop. They are. So while they're coming in, I'm going to bump up the prices of some of these, I think. Burger, we're going to say $13. The normal burger, we're going to say $9. Over here, we're going to say $6 maybe. And we'll just keep an eye on it and see, because if we can make an extra $1 on each one of these things we're selling, then fantastic. And we'll just keep an eye on whether people actually come to them or not. Because if we've priced people out of it, then we'll bring the price down. Simple as that. We're now in debt. Could just probably do that. Now I don't know if there's a way of managing these store-wide, or if it's sort of an individual shop basis. If it's an individual shop basis, I'm going to be a little bit annoyed. But the other thing I need, actually, but I can't do because we haven't got any money, because we've just run out. But we have got lots of people coming into the park. So let's turn this off. Let's have a little ride on one of these things. Let's just have a little look at this. So this is the Insanity. I'd love to change the name of it. If you guys can come up with a name for me, that would be fantastic. This is pretty cool. I like this. And what I really like about this game is that you can do sort of things like triggered events. So as people, say, walk past here or something comes past here, lights can come on, explosions can go off, lasers come on, animatronics can start shooting, all that sort of stuff. So it's looking pretty cool. And this is what this looks like. Holy crap. So, that's that, right? Fair enough. I know what you're thinking. Fair enough. This one, I don't know if this is just starting or stopping. But, are you ready for this? Oh my god. Oh my god. Feel a bit ill, I've got to turn that off. So we need a ride name for this as well. So we've got people going on them. We're $300 in debt, but we've got lots of people. So it's free entry into the park. But once you're in here, these cost you money. Now I would like to see another model where you can actually make this money to come in and everything in the park is free. So I'd like to see that model introduced. I'm sure you can do it. I just don't know whether the game mechanics will hold to it, because that's how most of the theme parks work in certainly in the UK. You know, you don't end up paying each ride you go on, but bearing in mind, if I click on these and click on finances, you can see that this group here, this little family, the Misty, Vincent Misty, is that? Oh no, so it must be the Vincent family, have $311. They've spent nothing so far. Come on, you cheapskates, buy something. But they're all sort of wandering around. Once I've got some cash, I'm going to put some toilets down, because that can really help keep people in the park for a little while. And I'll probably do it over this side. But I need some cash. I need another 80 odd bucks, and we should get that from those people about to head in to the the rides. There's plenty of them going that way. There we go. So I can plonk that down. Now I don't know if this is level, and I think the grid thing is certainly. I've tried to record a couple of videos, and I'm struggling a little bit with the interface at times. I'm not quite sure how to make it all work, but here we go. So the most important thing in this is obviously episode 1. As I said at the start, my plan is to try and make this really look unique. You know, I want it to be like a proper theme park. You walk down here and there's an epic gunfight going on between some animatronics. There's explosions going off. There's scenery that looks like a sci-fi rather than, all this stuff in the background, which is clearly way too green. There is terrain. I don't know if there's a way of sort of painting it in anything that looks sci-fi, but what we could do is kind of colour it in as rocks and make it look like an alien planet, that sort of thing. So I really like the idea of that. If you have any ideas, names for rides, all the rest of that stuff, then please let me know. And these two are looking pretty popular, I have to say. So we should be in a position. The other thing I want to just quickly do, because it becomes a bit of a nightmare for our cleaner, is just put a few bins down there, and maybe just a couple on the way in as well, so people know that they can throw out their rubbish. And this stuff, so I don't know if there's anything here that's sci-fi. I mean, there's a UFO that's laying on the floor, so I mean, you can kind of plonk, when you've got the cash, you can plonk these things down. I mean, I could potentially rotate this round and then lower it down so it's actually in the ground. You know, so it's a crashed UFO, for example, and you can have things fighting around it. So, you know, there's lots of this sort of stuff that you can put in. An animatronic dog. I mean, it seems a bit over the top, but you know, those sorts of things. And this is just the sci-fi stuff. You've got the King's Loot tent with animatronics, and you know, there's just a lot of stuff that we can pop down and really make look interesting. So I'm really looking forward to it. As I say, I think this is going to be a long series. And what I'll probably do when I know I've got to a point where we're financially making money, you know, we'll start focusing on just one area and trying to make it look, you know, particularly well decorated and sci-fi-esque as we go. Lots of people coming in. These people have been in once and they're going on again. What are they saying? I don't have to queue long. Sanity 1 has such cheap tickets, so I'm going to put this up a little bit more to £9.50. What do you guys think over here? And we'll probably find that, there we go, this fella has had better days, and so much so that he's, well, thrown up all over the place. Look at that, look. Lovely. So this is our little theme park. It's not much to look at just now. There's our shops selling some items. Seem to be doing a roaring trade. We are now up to, there you go, these guys have brought burgers and pirate hats. Pretty cool. One cleaner is probably not going to be enough. Look at the state of this fella. Oh, it's a lady. Sorry. I apologise. But there you go. I think we'll call it the end of this episode. I know it's been a pretty quick whistle-stop tour of what we're trying to do, and until we actually get into a place where we can make more money, and to do that, what I need to keep doing is putting rides down, because the rides are the things that attract the people here. And if we don't have enough rides, we're not going to have enough people coming to make us continue to make money. So that's kind of the thing. We made $378. We're up to $653. We've got a challenge. Achieve a park bonus of 10. I don't really know how to do that. Complete a roller coaster with 2 inversions and 40 miles an hour. Now, if we go to coasters, we can make our own, but we also have some blueprints here where you can sort of plop these things down, and as you can see, some of them are pretty impressive. Some of them are sort of very, very much themed in certain ways. This one looks pretty cool, I have to say, but we can also make our own, so I think we'll do that. But they, as you probably just saw, just go back to coasters, we're talking 6, 7, 8 grand, 28 grand to make some of these. So, you know, it's quite a way down the line, but if we can get to maybe, you know, this one doesn't look very sci-fi like, but some of them do. Some of them are far more sci-fi than others. This one looks a bit fantasy. He's got a witch on top or something, or a mermaid or something along those lines. You know, there's some that do look pretty cool. This one is probably good enough to go in the sci-fi zone. So there's lots to do, but they're all a couple of grand. So we need to make some more cash and keep making cash until we came in. And you spent, how did you spend this? Like 4 of you. How did you spend $40? God damn you. Now, there are certainly ways of making cash, and that's what we need to do early on. We just need to make sure that this isn't continuing to go up all of the time, because otherwise we'll never quite get to a point where we can continue to build, and that's what we need to do. We also probably need to hire another cleaner, because this one will be working an insane amount. I don't even know where he is. Our one lonely cleaner will be putting in a huge amount of effort just to clean the park, I would imagine. Here he comes. Hopefully he'll wander off and clean some of the puke up, because it's not particularly pleasant when you come off a ride and have to work your way past all the puke. He is not going to do that. I'm going to move him by hand for now, but what we can do is we can set a rota for him, a work plan, and kind of get him moving around of his own accord. So maybe get one just cleaning up these areas and one doing other jobs. So we're now at £1,000 and a bit, and I think this feels like a great place to put a cut in the episode. So thank you very much. Let me know what you want to see. If you've got some names for some of these stuff, I mean, we can pretty much name anything. You can rename pretty much everything here. So if you've got a name for the toilets, you've got a name for these shops, if you've got, more importantly, you've got a name for these rides, then please let me know, and then we'll go from there. And let me know what you want to see. Next episode, I'll probably just plonk some more rides down just to see if we can continue to get people coming in. Because if we can get them to come in and go on 4 rides, we're going to make more money than if we can get them to come in and go on 2. That's the principle, but we need to get to the cash. So thank you very much. Let me know what you want to see. Please hit the like button, subscribe button. Follow me on Twitter at ScottDogGaming, and we'll see you again soon. Thank you.